The first hour after you wake up could be the most dangerous of your day, especially if you're over 60. While mornings may feel peaceful, hidden physiological changes are unfolding inside your body, turning routine habits into silent stroke triggers. Research reveals that 80% of seniors unknowingly experience silent stroke precursors, brief symptomless disruptions in blood flow to the brain, during their morning routine. These fleeting moments of reduced oxygen might go unnoticed, but over time they compound risk like a ticking time bomb.
Studies show that stroke risk peaks between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m., with the highest vulnerability in the first 2 hours after waking. Why? During sleep, your blood pressure drops, your heart rate slows, and your blood thickens slightly, a natural protective state. But upon waking, your body must rapidly switch gears. For seniors with stiffer arteries or high blood pressure, this sudden shift can strain the cardiovascular system, spiking pressure and reducing blood flow to the brain. Even seemingly harmless activities like standing up too quickly, skipping water, or drinking coffee on an empty stomach can trigger artery stiffening and dangerous BP surges. A cardiologist I spoke with called these the 7 morning habits that quietly choke your brain's oxygen supply. And the scariest part, many of these behaviors are mistaken for healthy choices. Take Margaret, a 67-year-old retired teacher who prided herself on her active lifestyle. She ate well, walked daily, and had no major health issues until one morning, while rushing to make breakfast, she suddenly slumped against the counter. Her words slurred, her right hand went numb, and within minutes, the episode passed. Doctors diagnosed a transient ischemic attack, or mini-stroke, caused by a temporary clot. When her neurologist reviewed her routine, the culprits were clear: bolting upright from bed, triggering a BP roller coaster; dehydrated coffee-first mornings, thickening her blood further; a healthy breakfast packed with hidden sodium, spiking her pressure. After overhauling these habits, Margaret avoided further episodes. "I thought I was doing everything right," she told me. "I never imagined my morning routine was the problem." Why your brain is most vulnerable at dawn. Upon waking, your body floods with cortisol, the stress hormone, to shake off sleep, a natural response that also constricts blood vessels and raises blood pressure. For seniors, this surge can be extreme. Blood pressure spikes up to 30% higher in the first hour after waking. Arterial stiffness peaks, reducing the brain's oxygen supply. Dehydration from overnight fasting thickens blood, making clots more likely. Combine these with habits like holding your breath while stretching or taking medications with coffee, which can block absorption, and you've created a perfect storm for stroke. The good news? A Johns Hopkins study found that adjusting just 2 or 3 morning habits can slash stroke risk by up to 50% in seniors. Over the next few minutes, we'll dissect the 7 worst offenders, from the obvious, like ignoring dizziness, to the shocking, like healthy breakfast with a day's worth of salt. You'll learn why your first drink of the day should never be coffee, and what to sip instead. The 30-second rule to prevent falls and dizziness, used in cardiac rehab. How to spot silent stroke precursors. Hint, blurred vision counts. Your morning should feel energizing, not endanger your brain. Let's begin with the number 1 habit you must stop the second you open your eyes.
Habit number 1. Jumping out of bed like you're 20 when you're not. Many seniors, like Margaret, believe that bolting upright the moment they wake up is a sign of vigor, proof they're still sharp as a tack. But this habit is quietly sabotaging their brain health. Why this is dangerous? When you go from lying down to standing too quickly after hours of sleep, your blood pressure can plunge by 20 millimeters of mercury or more, a condition called orthostatic hypotension. For 15 critical seconds, your brain struggles with reduced oxygen flow, leading to dizziness or lightheadedness, tunnel vision or blurry sight, weak knees or unsteadiness. These aren't just normal aging quirks. They're warning signs that your brain is briefly starved of oxygen, a key risk factor for falls and silent strokes. The fix? the 90-second rule. Instead of leaping up, try this neurologist-approved routine. First 30 seconds, sit up slowly, then pause. Let your body adjust. Next 30 seconds, dangle your legs over the bed edge, take deep breaths. Final 30 seconds, stand up while holding on to the bed or wall for support. Margaret adopted this method and her morning dizziness vanished within weeks. She said, "I thought wobbliness was just part of getting older. Turns out I was rushing my brain." If you've brushed off morning dizziness, you're not alone, but it's not harmless. As one stroke specialist puts it, your brain is begging for oxygen. Listen to it.
Habit number 2, skipping water for coffee, why your heart hates it. Like many seniors, Margaret used to reach for coffee first thing, ignoring her body's cry for water after 8 hours of dehydration. But here's why that's dangerous. The hidden risks. Overnight, your body loses 1% of its water, enough to thicken blood and strain circulation. Coffee's caffeine constrict blood vessels, forcing your heart to pump sludge-like blood harder. This combo spikes heart rate and blood pressure, a brutal morning shock for seniors. David, 71, blamed aging for his pounding heartbeat after coffee, until tests revealed dangerously thick morning blood. His doctor's fix? The hydration fix. Before coffee, 8 ounces room temperature water with lemon or a pinch of salt for faster absorption. Wait 10 minutes, let your blood thin. Within a week, David's palpitations vanished. "Turns out my energy boost was strangling my heart," he admitted.
Habit number 3, the healthy breakfast that's secretly loading you with salt. Many seniors, like Margaret, think they're making smart choices with breakfast, opting for turkey bacon, whole wheat toast, or store-bought oatmeal packets. But lurking beneath these healthy labels is a dangerous sodium trap. Why this is risky. The average senior consumes 400 to 600 milligrams of sodium in their first meal alone, nearly half the daily limit for those with high blood pressure. Excess sodium spikes blood pressure by forcing the body to retain water, thickening blood volume. Morning BP surges are already at their peak. Adding salt doubles the strain on arteries and the brain. Even safe foods pack shocking amounts. One packet of instant oatmeal, 250 to 300 milligrams sodium. 2 slices of turkey bacon, 500 milligrams plus. Low-fat cottage cheese, half a cup, 350 milligrams. Whole grain bagel, 400 milligrams plus. The fix? Smarter swaps. Margaret switched to homemade oatmeal, toppings, walnuts plus banana, equals 0 grams of added salt. Egg whites with veggies instead of processed meats. Plain Greek yogurt with berries versus flavored varieties. "I was shocked how much salt hid in my heart-healthy foods," she said. Within a month, her morning BP dropped by 12 points. Habit number 4, drinking black coffee before food, a recipe for disaster. Like many seniors, Margaret used to enjoy her morning coffee before eating anything, thinking it would wake her up faster, but this common habit puts double stress on an aging body. Why this is dangerous? Coffee on an empty stomach triggers a cortisol surge, spiking stress hormones when they're already naturally high in the morning. Without food, caffeine hits harder and faster, leading to jitters and dizziness from blood pressure swings, acid reflux, stomach acid has nothing to digest but itself, blood sugar crashes, worsening fatigue later. Studies show fasted coffee raises BP more than drinking it with food, a major risk for seniors. The fix? Buffer your brew. Margaret now follows this rule. 1. Eat a bite first, even just a banana or handful of almonds. 2. Wait 15 minutes before coffee. Lets food cushion caffeine's blow. 3. Switch to half-caff if dizzy after drinking. "I thought coffee was my energy fix. Turns out it was my morning crash culprit," she admitted. Habit number 5, ignoring mild stroke symptoms. It's just aging. This was Margaret's scariest close call, brushing off 3 weeks of morning dizziness, I'm just tired, slurred words for 10 seconds, must be dry mouth, numb fingers, probably slept wrong. Why this is deadly? These are TIA, mini-stroke warnings, where blood flow to the brain briefly stops. 1 in 3 who ignore TIAs have a full stroke within a year. Seniors often dismiss them as normal aging, wasting the golden window to prevent disaster. The fast action plan. Do not wait to see if it passes. Check for face drooping, arm weakness, speech slurred. It's time to call 911 immediately. Margaret's neurologist told her that weird minute was your brain screaming for help. Now she tracks every symptom, no matter how small.
Habit number 6, taking all your morning pills at once, especially with coffee. Like many seniors, Margaret used to gulp down her medications first thing, sometimes with a swig of coffee, thinking better to get it over with. But this common mistake can sabotage their effectiveness and even worsen side effects. Why this is dangerous. Coffee can block absorption of critical meds like thyroid pills, osteoporosis drugs, and some blood pressure medications. Taking multiple pills together increases the risk of drug interactions. Some combinations can cause dizziness, stomach bleeding, or irregular heartbeats. Dry swallowing or using coffee instead of water can irritate the esophagus, leading to ulcers or pill esophagitis. Margaret's osteoporosis medication wasn't working until her doctor discovered she was taking it with coffee, reducing absorption by 60%. The safe medication routine. Now she follows this 3-step rule. 1. Separate pills by 30 minutes if taking multiple medications. 2. Only use water, never coffee, juice, or tea. 3. Stay upright for 30 minutes after taking meds, preventing throat irritation. She said, I thought I was being efficient. Turns out I was wasting my meds.
Habit number 7, ignoring a full bladder while scrolling in bed. Many seniors, like Margaret, wake up and immediately reach for their phone, checking messages, news, or social media, even when their bladder is screaming for relief. I'll go in a minute, they think, but those minutes add up to real health risks. Why this is dangerous. Holding urine for too long weakens bladder muscles over time, increasing incontinence risk. A full bladder triggers stress hormones, raising blood pressure. Bad news for stroke risk. For men with prostate issues, delaying bathroom trips can lead to UTIs or retention. The blue light from screens disrupts cortisol rhythms, making you feel groggy instead of alert. After weeks of morning headaches and frequent nighttime bathroom trips, her doctor asked, "Do you delay peeing to scroll?" Turns out, holding it was training her bladder to signal urgency at night. The fix? The 5-minute rule. 1. Pee first, phones later. Make the bathroom your first stop. 2. Hydrate properly overnight with small sips if needed to avoid dehydration. 3. Set a no-scroll zone for the first 30 minutes of the day. I thought I was relaxing, but I was stressing my whole system, Margaret said. Within 2 weeks, her nighttime bathroom runs dropped by half.
Conclusion: your stroke-safe morning routine, a life-saving checklist. If you are over 60, your morning routine isn't just about comfort, it's a daily defense against stroke. The habits you practice in that first hour set the tone for your brain's oxygen supply, blood pressure stability, and long-term vitality. Let's break down 2 critical steps: a self-assessment to gauge your risk, and a science-backed routine to protect yourself starting tomorrow. Self-assessment. 5 warning signs your morning routine is hurting your brain. Do any of these sound familiar? Number 1. Head rush or tunnel vision when standing. If the room spins when you bolt upright, your brain is struggling with sudden blood pressure drops, orthostatic hypotension. Number 2. Heart racing after coffee. A pounding pulse post-caffeine means your blood is too thick, forcing your heart to overcompensate. Number 3.
Blood pressure over 140/90 within 30 minutes of breakfast. Morning BP spikes above this range triple stroke risk, especially if triggered by salty foods. Number 4, brief speech slurring or weak grip. Even 10 seconds of slurred words or numb fingers could signal a TIA or mini stroke. Ignoring these is like dismissing a smoke alarm. Number 5, sudden pounding heartbeat when getting up. This is your heart straining to pump dehydrated blood through stiffened arteries. Key takeaway: if 2 or more apply, your current routine may be silently escalating stroke risk. The good news is fixing this is simpler than you think. The stroke-safe morning routine: 5 steps to protect your brain. Number 1, prep the night before. Set out a glass of water, add a lemon wedge for faster absorption. Prep a low-sodium breakfast, for example, hard-boiled eggs, overnight oats. Organize medications in a pill box, never take them haphazardly with coffee. Why? Reducing morning decisions lowers stress hormones that spike BP. Number 2, the 90-second wake-up rule. First 30 seconds, sit up slowly, take 3 deep breaths. Next 30 seconds, dangle legs off the bed, wiggle toes. Last 30 seconds, stand while holding the bedside table. Why? This gradual transition prevents BP crashes and falls. Number 3, hydrate, eat protein, then caffeinate. First 5 minutes, drink 8-ounce water with pinch of salt for electrolytes. Next 10 minutes, eat 15 grams protein. Example, Greek yogurt or almonds. Finally, enjoy coffee, with food in your system to blunt caffeine's shock. Why? This sequence thins blood, stabilizes blood sugar, and softens caffeine's BP spike. Number 4, monitor your numbers. For 1 week, log BP 30 minutes after waking, goal under 140/90. Unusual symptoms: dizziness, numbness, fatigue, timings. Share this log with your doctor. It reveals hidden patterns. Number 5, teach loved ones the fast signs. Ensure family and friends know stroke warnings: face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, time to call 911. Example, Margaret's granddaughter noticed her slurred speech and got help before a major stroke. Key messages to remember: small changes, big protection. Swapping just 1 to 2 habits like hydrating before coffee can cut stroke risk by up to 50% in seniors. The first hour is critical. Your body is in a high alert state after waking. Choose routines that support, not stress your brain. Progress over perfection. Miss a step? Just reset. Stroke prevention is about awareness, not rigid rules. Never ignore symptoms. Mild dizziness or numbness is your body's SOS signal. Report anything unusual to your doctor. Final thought: your mornings shouldn't feel like a minefield. With this routine, you're not just avoiding danger, you're buying energy, clarity, and confidence for the rest of the day. Start tonight by setting out that glass of water. Your brain will thank you by keeping you independent and sharp for years to come. Need a printable checklist? Download here for your fridge. Share it with a friend. It might save their life too. Always consult your doctor before changing medications or if symptoms persist.